Good morning. Good morning. This morning's front page story is here. It's about how Donald Trump has played chicken several times recently and had to blink first, which I think is what you do in a game of chicken. There's also a big picture here of an attack in Ukraine. Russia's deadliest in Kyiv in more than a year happened this week. This is in the middle of a supposed peace process that Trump's also playing game chicken in. So let's read this story and just kind of take it in. Effectively, it's an analysis piece by the New York Times reporter David Sanger, who kind of, I would say, is slightly relishing some of the policy walkbacks that the Trump administration has gone through over recent days. First, it's the Fed chair, Jerome Powell. You'll remember that last week, Trump was really tweeting aggressively, blaming Powell's economic decisions for the Trump slump. Now, it's called the Trump slump because everybody knows whose fault it is. It's Trump's fault for putting these stupid tariffs in place, and nobody is blaming Jerome Powell for the crashing stock markets around the world. Everybody is blaming Donald Trump. So first off, Trump kind of really ratcheted up the rhetoric. He was saying, if I want him gone, he'll be gone. And then what? Guess what happened? Markets started sliding on Monday quite aggressively as Trump doubled down on his anti-Powell rhetoric. And eventually Tuesday morning, Trump said he had no intention of firing him. Funny thing to said that after basically implying he was going to fire him. Weird. Anyway, that's the first climb down. That's the first blink in this game of chicken. The second blink in the game of chicken is that Trump has climbed down on his tariff war with China. This is an interesting one because, Trump has kind of been all hardline about this for some time. I'm going to put 145% tariffs in against China. China apparently adopted a strategy where they said, well, he's shot himself in the foot. Let's just see how he gets out of this one. We're not going to do anything. Trump was, I think, waiting for a phone call from the Chinese that never came. And then again, Tuesday morning, his Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, told investors in a private meeting that they were looking for some wiggle room with China and, definitely wasn't going to carry on at this rate for a while. Amazingly, those investors instantly leaked that news to the stock markets, which slightly rose. And then by the afternoon, Trump was openly kind of pondering a cooling of his hot rhetoric against China and the hot tariffs. So that's second walk down. What could possibly come next? Well, I don't know. Let me have a look at this newspaper for you, shall I? I love it when these analysis pieces go over several pages. Let's go to page A9. The big thing to be aware of is that Trump is now, of course, supposedly in a kind of conversation about ending the war in Ukraine. And there's a quote here from an expert who says, game of chicken with China has done nothing but enable Xi Jinping to boost his standing in and outside China, while the United States appears unmoored and uninformed. Now, there's also something here in that essentially it says Mr. Xi's closest ally, Vladimir Putin of Russia, is engaged in his own high-stakes negotiation with the US over Ukraine. Iran is also in the midst of talks about its nuclear program. They are looking for signs of weakness or little indications of what could test Mr. Trump's nerve. I think it's evident that everything tests Mr. Trump's nerve because he doesn't really have any nerve. He just has bluster. So he might cheat at golf by kicking his ball back into the fairway when he hit the rough. But you can't do that in a trade negotiation or a peace negotiation with a hostile foreign power. And I saw yesterday that Trump had tweeted, Vladimir, stop it, about his bombing of Ukraine, to which Vladimir responded by bombing the living out of Ukraine. Putin's completely unresponsive to being called by his first name by Donald. They don't have a close relationship. Donald Trump just cannot deal on an international basis with hostile foreign governments. He's way out of his depth. He's completely unqualified. And yet the majority of Americans elected him because they're racist. So good luck with this one. It's only another, 3.5 years until we can vote for Obama again. Obama 28. That's what I'm going for. and I hope you are too. Thanks for letting me read the newspaper so that you don't have to. It is nice to see Trump kind of completely failing. It's just a shame that he has to drag the United States and all of us and our economy with him. Still, it's nice to see him failing. God bless America.